Hey Capricorn, welcome to the Ferret Den. I am wishkotheferret. We are keeping things warm and we're keeping things cozy here. And today we have a reading for you for April 3rd to the 9th. The only thing this week is there's a full moon in Libra on the 6th. So if you want to figure out how those energies connect with yours and how they influence you, go ahead and check out your favorite astrologer. Because I don't really dive into those forecasts here. But keep that energy in mind for me, and that is on like a Thursday. You'll have to check your local time and see when it pops up for you. That being said, let's just hop right on into this because I channeled two other signs before you, so the messages tend to come in before I'm ready. So let me just walk through here. So drop into your heart space as always, Capricorn. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can really take a pause and take a breather and determine which messages are for you, which messages are for others. Okay. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting me at this time, and thank you, angel guides and spirit team, for connecting me with the energies of Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, or whoever happens to be listening is in need of a little something something for their day. I just heard sort it out. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but perhaps there's some situation that needs to be tending to. There's like a lot floating around here. It's a lot of words that I'm not quite seizing. Nothing's coming to me very clearly, so I'm just going to dive into the message here. There just feels like there's a lot going on. There's a lot to be said about whatever the situation is. I really do feel like it's hard to hard to parse through whatever energy this is. So, and that's not just me speaking as a channel. I feel like that's a part of the message, is that whatever energy that's going on right now, there is some need to sort something out. And you have the ability to do so. You have the King of Swords here. The King of Swords, a lot of your cards actually wanted to pop out in reverse, so perhaps there's a little bit of resistance to it, but I feel like you're overcoming this resistance to these energies. So there's the King of Swords. You have a very sharp mind. Perhaps it's your emotions getting in the way. Perhaps it's just the craziness or the chaos of the situation or everything involved, or for whatever other reason, there's some type of a lack. I feel like, again, this energy has a little bit of resistance, but you're going to come out on top. I feel like you are stronger than this resistance. Way stronger than this resistance. So I'm just going to read everything upright. The King of Swords here says that you are highly capable of speaking with clarity. You're very articulate, and you have a very strong mind and will, is what I'm hearing. The King of Swords isn't necessarily willpower, but because it's a swords, but it does feel like you have a strong, decisive energy about you. And I just heard cutting back on the amount of time that you spend explaining things to others. It really does feel like perhaps you are in too much of this energy. And it's speaking the right words, not necessarily the amount. Because if somebody has up a wall and you can't talk to them, so they're actually sending me symbols of people that used to be in my life who I've had to deal with, where sometimes they are just very set in their ways and you can't change it. You can't do anything about it. No matter what words you say, you may feel that because you are a King of Swords, because you have such an articulate ability, you have such a strong, like maybe you could be a very great wordsmith, or you're very good with people and you might think you can change somebody's minds, but they're just so stuck in their ways that they're going to keep trying to spin the story to make it their perspective or their view. I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but it seems like they're very strong, and I'm not sure if there's really anything you could do about it. They're just stuck in their story. This Five of Pentacles energy, don't let other people suck you into their story just because they're not listening to your words. The Five of Pentacles is feeling like you're being cast out into the cold, and sometimes people who are, I feel like if there's another energy present here, it could be a work environment. It could be, I just heard stay away. Whatever this is, it could be aloofness might be required at this time. But it feels like somebody else is the blind woman and they're trying to make you the crippled man, or an instance, or flip it. I mean, I'm not speaking of gender here, but it feels as if they are they're trying to like make you join their misery. And it's because they want company. And we naturally do this as people where, like, I mean, when we're upset, it's very natural to want to vent. But sometimes we do meet people who vent just because they want to vent, or because they want to start something, or they want to turn other people on to each other. And that doesn't really speak from the heart. It seems like, without me passing judgment, because it's not really a judgment thing. It's just they have their own experiences molding the way that they run their lives and the way that they talk to others. So follow your own and try not to bend or be malleable to their will or their words. You don't have to fall into this Five of Pentacles energy. Perhaps this could also cause a little bit of alienation from you too, or like you feel alienation because you might be surrounded by this energy, or because you're not falling into this victim story. Perhaps you could be falling into your own victim story about this and say, oh, well, nobody here understands me and blah, blah, it's like, it doesn't feel like that angsty, but it could feel like you're not connecting very well with people who are like that. This does feel like a structured environment. The Hierophant says that you have your own rules, you have your own codes, you have your own boundaries, is essentially what this card says. And, I mean, it's time to enact them. This is I just heard let the Hierophant greet you. I know a lot of people are kind of afraid of the Hierophant, or they don't like this card. I love this card because I think that people often find its energy challenging, because often, like, there is an association with religion, but I feel like what's coming through when you're reading are the rules and restrictions. And it's not the rules and restrictions that are imposed on you, but perhaps you can use them to your advantage to stop others from hurting you. And by that, it feels like it's putting up a wall or a barrier or some type of rules or principles that you have that really stop people in their tracks and prevent them from moving forward and affecting your energy. I feel like that's what you have to be enforcing right now, is using this Hierophant. The Hierophant is your best friend right now. Capricorn, this Hierophant is going to stop people in its tracks. You have an energy on the other side that is helping you embrace this energy. Whatever they're saying static electricity. I don't know why they're saying static electricity. I don't know if you're somebody who works with static or works with electricity in some way. But there's something here about being like, just like that, or something as fast. I think what they're saying is something as like with lightning speed, when you go to touch something and it sparks, and it's almost like you don't quite touch the object. When you get like static electricity, when you get shocked from something, let's say if you rub yourself on like a pillow or like a blanket or like the floor or whatever. This happens when, like, my elementary schoolers are rolling around on the carpet, and then they stand up and their hair's all sticking up all over the place, and they go to touch someone, but they don't touch them. But the shock happens before they touch them. I feel like that's what your boundaries are going to be. They could be strong enough to where it could shock somebody, but I feel like the most important thing with that imagery or that symbolism is that they won't be able to cross. They won't even be able to touch you, because it's almost like they'll be stopped before they get there. It'll be putting a stopper on it immediately. So the Chariot is you kind of being in control. I don't even want to say kind of. You are in control here. The Chariot is about directing your will and your force and your energy into other energies that serve you, and you are recognizing that there is a duality either in the place that you work or the situation that you're handling. It's not going to be perfect, and you know it. So it's almost like you have two pillars here. You have, these are the things that are like not so great about this, but these are also the things that are pretty great about it. And you're keeping them in balance. You're keeping them balanced. You're very in tune that you are right where you need to be. This is the correct positioning for your timeline right now, and you're not going to let anybody suck you into their story, or they're not going to let them suck you into your victim story. And I feel like you're standing strong. This is something ultimately you're going to walk away from. So the Chariot not only is guiding your own energy, but you are guiding yourself to walk away with the Eight of Cups. You are leaving energy that doesn't serve you. Perhaps even the Eight of Cups does talk about so I'm hearing that these other energies, they are venturing to believe what they want, and they are going to, again, regardless of your words, regardless of your feelings. Spirit's kind of echoing that. So these could be energies that you have. It's not being clear like whether you've engaged with this or not, because usually the Eight of Cups is investing a lot of time and effort in stacking the cups and actually putting energy into something that might not serve you anymore. Or maybe perhaps once upon a time you did invest a lot of energy into this energy, and then maybe it turned sour, or maybe it's just been sour straight from the start. Either way, you are looking at something and you're like, nope, and you're walking away from it. I like that. It could be hard. I'm feeling like it could be a little bit messy for some of you, but it's all gonna, it's just gonna be a great favor for you. It's like a whole, it's going to be in your favor, and it feels like it's something that ultimately you're just meant to let go of. And your focus for the week. Your focus for the week, oh, and do this with love too, because your main focus for the week is love and divine flow. Love says, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. For example, leaving a job won't be your salvation. It really has to start with you. Having this, having like really high material success is not your salvation. It is finding your happiness within yourself. Your salvation is the love that you find within and the love that you see in others. This is unconditional love. This is our divine love, and we are learning it every single day. We are tested on this every single day. I know some of us be out here like we are struggling, and we are trying our best every single day. Give yourself credit for that at least. I love you just for that, Capricorn, just for trying, because the world is hard. The world is hard to live in. Our mentality definitely makes it a lot harder though. So focusing on love truly gives us wings. It truly gives us our angel wings. I don't know what else to say about that, because focusing on love has really not allowing people to step on me. That's not what love does. Love is having love for myself, seeing the divinity in other people, and acknowledging when it's the right time for me to part. What is best for the other party and what is best for me? Is it fair to this other energy for me to sit here without my whole heart in it? Is it fair for me to listen to this person talk and vent all day but have them not really being listened to because I want to detach myself from their energy? Is it really serving me to sit here and listen to them? Or is it really serving me to keep engaging in a project that I no longer have passion for? Is that going to serve anybody who meets this product, meets this service, and 100% of my love is not in it anymore? That's okay. Always mess with love is what I'm basically saying here. Always, like, I'm literally hearing, okay, sorry, I'm gonna drop the F-bomb, I'm sorry for those of you triggered, like, I fuck with that, is what, like, like, I hear the message saying, I fuck with love, I fuck with that, I fuck with that energy. Sorry, okay, moving on. Divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. Is another focus for you this week? I feel like engaging in the present moment is going to help you easily move through this divine flow. It might be a little rocky now. You will create valuable memories with whatever transition this is, whatever direction you're going in. Love helps you anchoring yourself in the present and anchoring yourself in that love will help you follow that divine flow. So whatever it is that you're seeking, I'm hearing, if you are seeking something outside of yourself, it's okay to want. It's okay to have wants and dreams. It's okay to have those things. We all do. We're human, and we always have goals. Like, what's going to make, like, literally, Spirit just wants you to focus on what's going to make your day brighter. What is something you can do now to make your day brighter? And fall in love with that. That's going to help you follow this divine flow, something that both you and God, angel, spirit, whatever you connect with, that's going, like, whatever you are co-creating together is your flow. Whatever is coming through to you, whatever is being gifted to you in divine timing, that is your flow. That is the flow. The flow can go very fast. The flow can go very slow. It just depends on where you're at in life. Spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. Remembering that you have guidance on the other side. We have so many guides, and I've been called to, like, share this with 2 other signs, and I'm just going to throw it out there for you since you are also an earth sign, because I shared it with Taurus and Virgo as well. Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. I love this book. I am not as far in it as I should be, but I'm working on it. I have like 6 other books from the library that I'm trying to pummel through, and I really got to stop checking stuff out every time I go to the library. But this is one of my books. I love this book. She talks about so many different things of how you can connect with your guides and all of the different types. The main message with this card is just recognizing that you have so much support. And this book actually talks about, not sponsored or anything, I love this book because it talks about, there's a section for angels and archangels and a guardian angel. There's a section for animal guides, your teacher guides, your helpers, because they're like helpers and healer guides. I mean, they're light beings, so many things. So different section for everything, different exercises you can use and work with. And if not investing money in that book or finding it at your local library, or you can't front the cost to pay for it online, you can always find free resources online for how to connect with your guides and like the different types of energies that are out there that you can work with. But you are surrounded by it at this time. Like, I feel ancestors, loved ones. If you have dogs on the other side, dogs have been coming through a lot in readings lately, but I feel like for you, for whatever reason, they're saying dogs. A childhood animal maybe. Whatever animals you've had in your childhood. They're showing me a symbol of one of my dogs, and that dog was the same age as me and one of my childhood pets. So specifically, that symbol for me is a childhood pet. So you have pets that are supporting you on the other side. You have loved ones. You have angels and spirits visiting you on the daily, basically. And you have main guides that are with you, supporting you. And just recognize that you are safe. You are loved by these energies. And you have time to figure it out, is what I just heard. You have time. That should be as an assurance for some of you. And just to honor the moon, because we have a full moon in Libra, I'm pulling from the Moonology deck by Yasmin, Boland. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So just that, taking a breath. I mean, I can't really explain it any more than this card says, because that's just this plain and simple message that's going through. There you go. Take time to breathe out. So some of you might be in a high tension situation where I know sometimes when somebody's like, I'm sorry, I keep using this as an example, but it just keeps coming back, so I'm going to use it. If somebody's talking at you and complaining to you and you're like, sometimes I inhale and then I stop and I don't realize that I'm not breathing because I'm like, I just don't know what to do. Or sometimes when we tension lock up, I call it a tension lockup, where all of our muscles are on alert and the adrenaline starts going and then we stop breathing. Taking time to actually breathe out. There's something here about offering transparency. So perhaps being honest with some of these people in your life might be beneficial for you. And if not, having transparency with yourself would be the first step if you don't feel 100% comfortable or safe telling others. But taking the time to sit with yourself, being transparent with yourself, being honest about your feelings about the situation and kind of where you want to turn and the direction you want to take now. I do feel like, again, this is something you want to check out of, whatever this energy is, checking out and leaving. But take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It'll all be fine. You're right where you need to be and you know it. You also have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So these are energies that are trying to engage in your present that you may not. These are energies that perhaps made you feel, again, alienated. The word forlorn is coming through. So maybe you have been left by this energy and this energy is coming back. And I'm not saying it's like an ex. I mean, I guess it could be. But again, I'm not a reader that's going to tell you that your ex is going to come back, because if that's what you're looking for, bounce out. I just can't give confirmation on that stuff, because it really depends on the other person, and that would kind of be me like reading the other person. But what it feels like to you, this energy was everything, and like apply it as you see fit. But perhaps it's coming to snoop its nose back into your life, or you are getting like visions or energies, or maybe certain habits that are coming up that used to be a thing and maybe you ditched them before, or they're trying to seep into your story now. And tell it no, because I really feel like the energy right now is saying absolutely not. No, now's not the time for you. I need to keep moving forward, and I mess with my divine flow. Literally, just tell yourself. You don't have to tell yourself exactly like this, but they're coming through again with the vulgar. And they're saying like, I fuck with love. I fuck with love. No, not you. Tell it no, and that remind yourself nope, and remind it, I fuck with love. I mess with love. That's where my energy is going. And that's that. on that. Let me roll the dice for you before you leave, Capricorn. What else do we have to share for our Capricorn before we send them on their way? 9, 4, 5. I'm pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. Archangels are protecting you as you unlock the deeper aspects of your soul and your soul's work. Ooh. One more time. Archangels are protecting you as you unlock the deeper aspects of your soul and your soul's work. I'm getting hints of 2 different archangels that could be present at this time. Archangel Azrael. Interestingly enough, Virgo had a similar energy. So if you have Virgo in your big 3, I would go check that out as well. Or if you feel called to, I would check out that message. But Archangel Azrael is an archangel of change and transition. So change and transition. So also the archangel of death. Death is seen as a transition in the afterlife because it's just energy. Like when we pass away, our energy is still present. It is just transitioning into a different state. So also just in general with the changes and transitions that we have in our lives. So when we're moving from one job to another, one project to another, one love interest moving to single, or single into a love interest, I mean, they help us with positive and negative changes, or good changes, good feeling changes, or bad feeling changes. So that angel, I feel that energy present, and I also feel the Archangel Chamuel for some of you. So the archangel that guides us in opening our heart and truly connecting with our heart space so that we can connect with the love and abundance that is within and all around us. It helps heal. He helps heal our relationship with others and with ourselves, but mainly our love and our connection with others. So those 2 angels are coming through very strong. Some of you, again, have strong ties with Archangel Michael. Not again. I don't know why I didn't say that before, but sorry. Some of you have ties with Archangel Michael, who is a constant presence. But I feel like, you know, there are angels helping you. And also Archangel Jophiel is coming through as well, helping you recognize your beauty and your aesthetics. Okay, so your beauty, like how beautiful you are on the outside, and also your beauty on the inside as well. So, and some of you have goddesses too, but you know, I don't want to channel like every ascended master ever, every archangel ever, or every goddess and god or whatever. But that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for allowing me to connect with your energy. Thank you to your angels and your spirit team for connecting with me and allowing me to connect with you. So thank you to my guides and angels. And I hope you have an amazing week. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'll see you next time.